Good vibes only. There he is, the married man. There's actually two married men, but
Yeah.
the recently married man, Jim Russell, is back. Padres are, you could argue, undefeated since he got married, even though they lost Saturday night. But
I don't count
since
it.
you've been married for 24 hours,
Okay.
they've been undefeated.
Right. Like, I guess if you want to technically say, because the game was happening during the wedding, and I technically got married before the Padres game on Saturday.
But you've only been married for 3 full days, the last 3 days, and they're 3-0.
Correct. Saturday was a complete blur. Oh, look at that. It's a ring. Married.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Okay, here's the deal. Because we're going to talk about the Padres, we can talk about Jim's wedding too. Please subscribe. All right. If you are a proponent of Jim being married, you need to subscribe. All right. We have year-round Padres content for you. Smash the like button for us. You've heard us say that before. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. We'll get to all the super chats. It is a great way to support this channel and to support us. So please click the $ below the chat box if you want to weigh in with the super chat. Also, if you want to become a member, get the custom emojis and badges. Maybe we need like a Jim's married badge or emoji. You can click the $, or you can click the join button, down below. But yeah, Padres are playing pretty well. I mean, again, they're taking advantage maybe of an opportunity here against Miami. Matt Waldron goes 7 scoreless innings, lowering his ERA to 1.96 in his last 4 games. And how about Jeremiah Estrada? 13 consecutive strikeouts, which is essentially a major league record going back to the expansion era of 1961. He has struck out 13 consecutive batters. Jurickson Profar was Jurickson Profar, and the Padres beat the Marlins. They win another series. You know, Schilte's a big series guy, and the Padres have won another series here today against Miami. So I'd say good vibes. You're married. The Padres are 2 games over 500 for the first time in a month and a half.
Name me a better back end of the bullpen duo than Jeremiah Estrada and Robert Suarez. I'll wait.
Me and you.
Well, do we play baseball? I said
we talk about it.
We do a lot, but hence the back end of a bullpen duo.
Yeah, they're better than us.
They're better than us by a little bit. I mean, look, Jeremiah Estrada, he's got a 0.55 ERA. Robert Suarez has a 0.77 ERA. And these aren't small sample sizes. So
you win in big spots, meaningful games.
I think
dominant 8th and 9th inning guys.
Their stuff is beyond nasty. I mean, whatever pitch Jeremiah Estrada has thrown here, he called it the shitter. CHITTER.
He's throwing a fastball. He's throwing a splitter, right?
Yeah, he called it the chitter, I think, or the shitter. I don't even know.
I think it was the chitter.
But that pitch is insane. The movement on that thing, it's like 98, just like
he threw 100 tonight.
Higashioka's like a solid 9 inches off the plate, and the guy and just swing. I mean, it is incredible.
I mean, you're right. Nobody was close to them. Against Miami. But everyone is facing Cincinnati, whomever else. I mean, nobody can touch this guy. I can't believe he's allowed to run, truthfully. I can't believe this guy was DFA'd. I mean, the Cubs flat out released him. He was placed on waivers. Here's another masterclass by A.J. Preller. I said it. Like, you put in a waiver claim on Jeremiah Estrada, and he's your 8th inning guy for the next 3+ years, potentially? Are you kidding?
Let's be real here. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I would put Jeremiah Estrada in a category of they did not think he was going to be this.
Yeah, but fair. But I mean, just to
he started the year in the minors, John.
What's that?
He started the year in the minors.
Yeah, but he was up like 2 weeks in.
Right. Then he went back down, and then he came back up when the bullpen was having problems.
Well, he's obviously figured something out. So to be fair, he's obviously better today than he was a year ago today. But like, just hear me out. Off season.
Okay.
Estrada.
Yeah.
Obviously cease right when you leave for Korea. In season, Arise. In season, Solano. In season, Peralta. But these are huge, massive moves. I mean, I'm talking about 5+ contributors right now that were acquired by A.J. Preller all this offseason or during the season that are a big reason why this team right now is 30-28. So again, it hasn't been perfect. I get it. They're not scoring a ton. 4 runs today, I think you'll take. They're going to win a lot when they score 4 runs at home. But they've won 3 straight, Jim. They can sweep a series for the first time all year tomorrow with Yu Darvish on the mound. And, I think Padres fans should feel pretty good about what's transpiring right now.
It's not pretty, but it doesn't matter. Like,
that was pretty-ish.
Tonight was pretty-ish. Got 3 RBIs from Jurickson Profar. There wasn't a lot of moments in the game where they could have blown it wide open. Matt Waldron did really, really. I mean, his numbers, you put it out there. Okay. We talked about it today on the show. Could the Padres go after a guy like Jesus Luzardo, the guy that pitched tonight for the Marlins? Well, shit, if Waldron's pitching like that, I mean, you don't need Luzardo. I mean, it'd be great to have him, but if you're getting that from your fifth starter, sign me up every day of the week. He's dropped his ERA, John, down to 4.26, which is solid. A very, very solid, respectable ERA for a fifth starter, honestly. And a guy that, if he has this in him, a 7-inning shutout performance, if he has these types of performances in him, doesn't need to do it all the time, right? But he has it in him. 8 strikeouts, no walks. And I know the Marlins are the worst team in baseball, but they're still big league hitters, even though they're the worst team in baseball. And to do that, that's impressive. It's very impressive.
I don't think they've played like the worst. Well, they don't have the worst record in baseball, do they? They're 19-37. They've won coming in. They'd won 9 of 14, something like that. 8 of 13.
Okay, the White Sox are the worst team in baseball. They're 15-41. Yeesh. Imagine doing that wrap-up show.
No thanks. Or the Marlins wrap-up show.
Spoiler alert, there wouldn't be a wrap-up show for a 15-41 baseball team. And then it's the Marlins, and then it's the Rockies.
Okay. So they're not good, but beat bad teams, which is something they haven't done against the Rockies. But again, I've started the series out doing. And again, I didn't think it was easy yesterday. We did a wrap-up show, and by we, I mean I did. Yesterday, we talked about them taking advantage of a couple of Tim Anderson errors. But today, you do it early. Luzardo had not allowed a first-inning run this year. And I know Profar just got that ball out, but a 2-run home run. Mm-hmm. Then they add on. And then later they add on. And with this bullpen, I mean, there's no shot. I mean, Miami had no shot. Waldron, I wouldn't have pitched him more than 7 innings either at 85 pitches. You got a good bullpen right now. You don't have to force it. 85 pitches, 7 scoreless innings, a career high in terms of going 7 innings. Perfect formula for Schulte here today. All right, let's get to our first super of the day. Thank you, by the way, guys. If you are here, please subscribe. We have year-round content for Padres fans, the home of real Padres talk. Smash the like button for us. We need how many likes for Jim being now married? I think we need 300 likes.
Oh, a million likes.
A million.
A million likes.
My son says. Is infinity more than a million? It is.
It is, Jones. 300 plus likes on tonight's show. When you're watching this on replay, just hit that like button. It's very easy. And we very much appreciate it. It helps our channel out greatly. Also, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel. Thanks, E-Racing with Dale, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Says, was at the game tonight. Great game. Profar is him. Congratulations to Jim once again, LFGSD. Thank you. I appreciate it. Profar has been amazing.
Yeah, he has. And again, we appreciate the super chat. You can click the $ below the chat box. I mean, he had that quiet series against the Yankees. It was 0 for 10. He's bounced back, had a hit yesterday, had 2 hits today, meaningful hits, the home run, the RBI single through the left side that made it 3-0. Again, I don't envision it for all season, this occurring, but maybe it does. I mean, you're 2 months into the year and he's got his 900 plus OPS at 916 and he's hitting 323. I mean, it's one of the great stories in baseball. It really is. I mean, like you said, when Preller maybe got lucky with Jeremiah Estrada, he probably got lucky with Jurickson Profar. I didn't mention him among the 5 players acquired this offseason that I just ran off, or in season. Jurickson Profar would be a top of the list type guy. 1 year, $1 million deal doing this for 60 games.
Another player you didn't mention at all either is Donovan Solano.
No, I did. I said Solano. And I said
you did?
Palta.
Okay, sorry. But 3 hits tonight. It's a very small sample size, so I don't want to definitively go there, but it feels like a little bit of addition by subtraction what you're going to get from Donovan Solano over a guy like, I don't know, Xander Bogaerts right now, offensive wise.
Yeah, I mean Bogaerts has been terrible. I don't know if I don't know if you can do it for the full season, but maybe.
Give me, I mean, how many at-bats has he has total with the Padres? I want to say 39.
I was going to say, is it 50 plate appearances? He's had
Solano,
32 ABs.
32 ABs. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, has Xander Bogaerts this year at all had a 32 at-bat stretch where he hit 375 with a 1,005 OPS?
I don't think he had a 275 stretch of 32 at bats.
So that's my point, is that you're getting more out right now out of Donovan Solano than you were out of Xander Bogaerts.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to, and I haven't been on since he got injured, but like, you're getting production from a spot in your lineup that you weren't getting before. Now we don't know if it's going to stay this way. Obviously, it's 375. It's not going to be that, but you feel confident when he's at the plate, right? You feel confident when Luis Ariz is up there. You feel confident when Profar's up there. Manny had another hit tonight. Toddy had 2 hits tonight. Cronenworth's kind of dipping off a little bit, but still.
I'm glad you mentioned Toddy, because Toddy yesterday, and someone mentioned this like in our text line, and Toddy yesterday hit the ball hard, had a hit. Toddy, he shortened up a little bit. Like he was really long. Like his swing was really exaggerated, lots of swings and misses, swinging a lot of breaking pitches. And he shortened up a little bit, and he can because he's got a lot of power. So I'm encouraged. Now, again, really short period of time, but the last couple of days, it looks like Fernando Tatis Jr. maybe is trying to figure something out. Also homered this past weekend. Again, said he didn't really feel like, strung around third because he's not feeling like his normal self right now. But man, they could really use it. But despite all that, where Machado, has been Machado and Tatis has been Tatis, they're 30-28. I mean, that's not a bad record. It's really not, considering the lack of production they've gotten from some of these quote unquote key contributors.
Nope. And they're doing exactly what this team needs to do, which is beat up on the shitty teams. Like, you are not going to make the postseason if you struggle against the Marlins or the Rockies a lot, or like when you face the White Sox or, the Reds, and thankfully
Angels.
I mean, honestly, like they've done pretty well. I mean, the Rockies is a whole nother story here. But they've won a series here against the Marlins. They won a couple series versus the Reds. I know the Cubs are now under 500, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're one game
over at 28-27.
But I mean, yeah, they're doing well. 30-28. It's a good record for right now. Well, it's where you want to be.
Look at it this way: against teams over 500, they're 18-16.
Mm-hmm.
Which means against teams that are under 500, they're 12-12. So that's, again, they can do better than that, and they're going to need to do better than that. But it's not like they've been horrific, where there's a big difference. They've just been good against good. I mean, that's a lot of games against quote unquote good teams. 34 of their games so far have been against teams over 500. That's a huge number.
Yeah,
way more than, I mean, the Phillies have played 12 games this year against teams over 500. 12, and the Padres have played 34. So, like, if it's a horse race, like, you've done a lot of your work early on. You're not gonna play a ton of great teams all year long. You've already played a majority of your games against the LA Dodgers,
right? And the Braves, and
the
Phillies, and the Yankees,
and Milwaukee. You've seen
Milwaukee. Yeah, they're in a good spot for sure, but they can't just be satisfied with where they're at. They know they can be better. They know that the main guys on this team have to be better, because they're still inconsistent. They're still a team that looks great one day and then the next day gets, shut out, or they can't. There's just for whatever case, just look like, wait, what was the team we just saw yesterday? And that happens.
I mean, they still can't. They can't score. I mean, they've scored 9. They've had 9 earned runs during the first 5 games of this homestand, but they're 3-2. So, and I would argue that's the way they're built to win. I'd argue they're going to win games 3-0 before they win games 9-8. Right. And maybe that's played out here over the last 3 days. Mauricio, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you. Boom check. Schulte saying post game, congratulations to Jeremiah Estrada and congratulations to us for acquiring him. And he also said he's a big series guy, and the Padres, I think, have won 7 of their last 9 series. including this Marlins series. So thank you, Mauricio, and thank you, Run It Back, who says Donovan Solano. Donnie Barrels has a large sample size in the major leagues. He does, and he's been a good hitter. He's never been a guy to hit for power. This team is built on guys that are not hitting for power. Nobody has really truly hit for power. I mean, Profar, but
Profar has 9 home runs on the season right now. Manny
which is
has
the same
5.
number as Fernando Tatis Jr.
Is Tatis and Profar the team leaders in home runs?
With 9? Nobody's hit double digits.
Man, I mean, we talk about today on the show, John and Jim, like 9, you have 14 combined home runs from Tatis and Manny. And if you added in Bogarts, I think that's like 16, because I think Bogarts only had 2. So,
I mean, that whole group might not hit 40 combined home runs this year. I mean, they'll hit 40, but maybe not that many more.
Well, I mean, is Manny gonna hit? I mean, Manny,
they'll both hit. They're gonna hit 20. I mean, Tatis is hitting more than 20 home runs.
You're right. He's hitting 20. Manny's got to pick up the pace a little bit, for sure. Bogarts won't hit double digits this year.
I mean, Bogarts, we don't even know if he's going to return this year.
Right. We don't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, imagine a world where this team's leading home run hitter is Jurickson Profar. If you told me that, I'd be like, this team sucks.
Yeah, they must win 66 games this year. But I mean, they're not going to win 66 games this year. They're putting themselves in a position where they're exactly what people expected them to be, truthfully. I think Vegas said mid-80s in wins. I mean, maybe Vegas is lower than that. Yeah, record-wise. I mean, they're pacing right now in that mid-80s, which probably is enough in the National League. HBBV, thank you so much for the super chat and the membership. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe. Thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. He says, Ruben Niebla is a baseball god. Pitchers pitch better. San Diego Fire. I mean, he does deserve credit. I mean, whoever has harnessed Jeremiah Estrada to be throwing this fastball at 100 and this splitter as effectively as he's throwing it, whomever gets credit for that. Estrada, Ben Fritz, Ruben Niebla, Mike Schild, AJ Preller, whoever the guy representing ownership is. I've already forget his name. What's his name?
Eric Katsenda.
Whomever it is, whoever determined that this is how he was going to pitch. I mean, this is one of the great stories in baseball right now, what Jeremiah Estrada is doing.
It really is. And again, I asked the question, like, name me a better duo at the back end of a baseball bullpen than Jeremiah Estrada and Robert Suarez. I mean, you're talking about duos. I mean, and me and this guy over here. But, baseball, back end of the bullpen. I mean, shit, if this keeps up for the entire season, that is just a massive weapon. Massive. Because then it saves Suarez from having to get in the 8th inning. And you basically are bringing 2 closers in for the 8th and the 9th. I mean, you have 2 closers the back end of your bullpen right now, in Estrada and Suarez.
And it sets up like good teams throughout the course of like recent baseball, which is like you can shorten games. Mm-hmm. You get 6 innings from a Yu Darvish and you have him leave with a 3-2 lead. Mm-hmm. And you have a really good chance of winning a game when you could get 2+ innings out of those 2 guys. And by the way, even now in May, you're seeing Robert Suarez pick up a 3-out save and then the next day throw 4 outs. Mm-hmm. Like that happened this week. You got guys that are throwing more than 3 outs that are among the most dominant relievers in baseball. At that combination, it'd be one thing if you had these guys that had like hater type rules, and right now they don't. And I don't know if they can do this all year. But as of right now, you got guys that are able to bounce back, go back-to-back days, and potentially go 4+ outs as well. Both Estrada in this recent run of dominance had a 2-inning outing, I think, or a 5-out. No, he had 5 outs, 5 strikeouts. Mm-hmm. In this run of dominance. So like that's super impressive. These aren't just one inning guys. These guys have thrown, 4 and 5 outs at times as well.
Yeah. Imagine you get to a 6th inning and you go, maybe like Estrada, or at least you go like Matsui gets you ways to face 3 batters, but you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
It makes things so much easier from a standpoint of like trust and confidence and everyone knowing their roles. Like right now, the roles are pretty much set. I would be shocked if they change. Suarez is your 9th, Estrada is your 8th, and the 7th is, Matsui, Peralta, De Los Santos. get through
Yeah.
get through those 3 outs any way
Yeah, and
possible.
I think Estrada's gonna get a number of ninth innings if Suarez is down.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be some scenarios where they can kinda figure that out, where I think Estrada will be pitching some ninth innings, like today, not safe situation, but I think Estrada's gonna get some ninth innings. All right, Mark Nimitz is with us here tonight, our title sponsor on the wrap-up show. He's been with us for the better part of the last 3 years. We never would have got this channel off the ground for Padres fans without the support of Mark Nimitz. So if you're here live or on replay, please support his agency, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have an insurance need, like we all do, then get in contact with Mark. I've got homeowners, life insurance, and earthquake insurance. Through Mark, he can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance. And you can click the link in the description down below to get to his website, get free quotes online or free quotes by calling Mark. Here's the thing with Mark. What separates him is he is a great insurance agent when it comes to customer service. You got a question, he calls you right back. You need answers, he is there for you. You need to file a claim, he's the first person to do the legwork for you. That's what happened for me a couple of years ago. So he's a Padres fan. He's a lifelong native San Diegan, lifelong Padres fan. If you support the channel, please support Mark. Click the link in the description down below. The next time you have a renewal, before you renew, call Mark. He will save you money on your insurance.
Yeah, all his information is below. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. Shout out Mark. I know he's in the chat right now. When you hit up our buddy Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
All right, as we continue on here on the wrap-up show, Padres over the Marlins 4-0. They're 30-28. San Diego. The Marlins dropped to 19-37. Please subscribe. Appreciate the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. Let's get back to it. Ishmael, thank you, man. He says, you think Darvish will bounce back tomorrow? I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he was pitching beautifully, and the Yankees are the Yankees, and they do have Judge and Soto and Stanton and Torres and others in that lineup. I would think against Miami, a day game where the Padres are like the greatest team in baseball history, I would think that Yu Darvish pitches well tomorrow. That would be my guess.
Yeah. I'm not watching 1 second of the Yankees and Padres series, knowing that Soto was hitting homers and doing damage. You're like, okay, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't watch that series, but yeah, I think Darvish will bounce back. He's allowed to have a clunker here and there as long as he's
definitely
healthy, and everyone has a clunker. He was pitching beautifully before that. I think tomorrow's going to be a get right game for Yu Darvish.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Miami's offense, even when they've been winning here recently, not because of their offense, because they're pitching. They're winning low-scoring games. So just bank on this offense doing something like today. Score 3 runs, score 4 runs, and hopefully that's enough against Miami as the Padres look for their first sweep of the year. E-Racing with Dale, thank you again for the membership and the super chat. He says something has to be wrong with Manny. He's just not right. Hope he can figure it out. Well, Manny has said as much. I mean, he said it's going to
still
take
hurting.
a year.
He said, yeah,
he said it's going to take a year off this injury and off this surgery. I mean, you're right. He's got like the softest 7-game hitting streak ever. He had another base hit here today. Was it a double? No, it was a single. He stole a base. Yeah. He stole second base. I think he's hitting 7 consecutive games, but he's only hitting 237. His OPS is 653. You're right. I mean, it's not a good combination where Machado and Tatis are like average OPS. If you combine those two players, it'd be like 690, 695 OPS for Machado and Tatis. It's weird, but what can you say? I don't know. There's 30-28, even with it.
At this point of the season, as long as they're winning, you can live with it. But if you get to late August, September, if you're lucky enough to be in October, and they're not the reasons why you're winning games, like they're not performing, then that's when it becomes a problem. Right now, you can live with it. Right now, it does suck, and right now it is frustrating. And when they lose games, it becomes even more frustrating because you're like, okay, well, you guys need to step the fuck up. You guys can't put everything on Profar's back or Ariza's back or you know what I mean? Like, you guys need to step up here. Because not these guys aren't gonna be doing this every single day. But as long as they're winning now, it's fine. They just need to be a lot better during the later half of the season in crunch time, because it would be nice if, say, the others, which are carrying the way right now offensively, help you get to that point in August and then Manny and Toddy turn it on, and they carry you the rest of the way. Like that's kind of what you hope. But we'll see. I mean, it's as long as they're winning right now, it's great. It is still very, very, very concerning though.
And then there's also like Hassan Kim, who has had a awful 2 months and has been horrific defensively, including the ball that went just under his glove here
was
tonight. I think
that?
it's ninth. I think it's his ninth error. It's either his eighth or ninth error. He just
Eighth.
completely olayed a ball
He wasn't even
that wasn't
close.
it wasn't costly. That now the Padres have taken advantage of other teams' errors. You saw it the last 2 days heading into this 4-run inning against the Yankees because of errors. The go-ahead run yesterday, result of a couple of errors by Tim Anderson. Kim, I don't really know what it is. It's like you would expect him to be an elite defender even if he's not hitting. And he's not playing good defense, and he's also not hitting. And I don't know what's going on with Hassan Kim. I'm expecting more at some point. I don't think he finishes the year hitting 210, but
Now
210 for this long of a period of time, that's a long time to be hitting like this.
Now remind me again, is it a player option or is it a team option?
It's the player option, so he can opt out. And I think he will. I think he's owed $7 million next year. I guess if he does this all year, maybe he doesn't opt out, but I would still think he get multiple years because of his defense, right?
I don't know.
He's worth more than 1 year, $7 million is my guess.
Yeah, that's not my biggest concern right now. I mean, he's your number 9 hitter, and then when Higgy's in there, he's your number 8 hitter. Like it again, it's he's not hitting third, he's not hitting fourth. But it is weird. Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on here?
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
So
Keaton, appreciate the super chat. He says all of Preller's moves have worked. Totally different feel compared to last year, and we can easily go 10-5 over the next few series. Congrats, Jim. Okay, so we talked about this 19-game stretch, which is actually 17 games remaining. I said 12-7 is half decent. That's 5 games over 500 if you do it. Now they just have to go 10-7 over those next 17 games. But I do agree with Keaton that it feels different. Last year, Jim, they were not over 500 until 81-80.
Yep.
After falling under at like 19-20 or whatever. So they are over. And they've been around 500 or over for a good bulk of the season. So I do think it feels different. And I do hope that they take advantage of the stretch here. That does include Kansas City. Kansas City is really good, but the Padres are really good on the road. So maybe this is the stretch where they finally kind of get going and get 5 games or more over 500.
Create separation, right? So you lengthen your margin for error. And when you look at the National League here, John, I mean, every single team is bunched up, and this thing is going to be a dog. I mean, you have the Giants now are red hot. The Padres, the Cubs, even though they're kind of on a tailspin a little bit. Cardinals are red hot. Arizona's going to be around. I don't believe in Pittsburgh. I don't believe in Washington. Maybe one of the teams out of Pittsburgh, Washington, Cincinnati comes through here. I don't believe in the Mets and the Rockies and the Miami Marlins. Like, it's going to be a dogfight. 4, 5, 6 teams tops.
I agree.
For that final spot. I mean, maybe both spots because it goes Braves and then it's like a pack of teams.
And the Braves lost Acuna. Now, they've done that before and overcome it.
Yeah, they did. And Acuna wasn't having a great season so far.
No, he wasn't.
He was. Someone was up with him.
How can you have
a 40-70 season and then you're like,
can't hit,
can't do anything?
It doesn't make it, man. Baseball, dude. That's a great point. How can you have a 40-70 season and then go 2 months without hitting? That is such a good point. James, appreciate you, man. Always appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you for the membership as well. He says, on cue here, with the season Kim is having, will he pull a Matt Carpenter and opt into? Okay, this is right on cue. Opt into his $7 million mutual option contract for 2025. I wouldn't advise him to do it. That if I was his agent, because I think he can get multiple years at his age. Like let me look at it like this, Jim. 1 year 7, I would take 2 years 10. I mean, first of all, we're talking about a $100 million player a year ago. So he's absolutely going to get from someone, in my opinion, more than a 1 year, $7 million deal. I'm just sorry. I'm convinced of it, unless this is a complete train wreck. and he does this all year and has 30 errors and hits 200 all season, then maybe it's a different conversation. I don't see how somebody doesn't give him 2 or 3 years and 15 or $20 million. I mean, that's nothing.
Look, if he opts out, I would bet a lot of money on him going to the Giants.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Like, Bob Melvin loves him. Jung Hoo Lee's there, his brother-in-law.
Yep, they're boys.
They need a shortstop. I think, it's pretty easy to envision, like, if he opted out, that's where he would go, like a 3-year, $40 million deal.
Now, could the Padres renegotiate? I mean, when you start
Yeah.
getting those smaller deals, I mean, could he get a second year or a third year? To your point, like, would he do 2 for 20 right now just to buy himself an extra year?
And
I don't know.
This team has 35 shortstops.
Hmm.
So, you lose him. Guess what? Xander, who wasn't bad at shortstop last year, right? I don't know. I still kind of don't know why they take us to go. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, Merrill, right? Bogarts,
Toddy.
Toddy,
He came off the
Cronenworth,
shortstop.
Manny. I mean, shit. They have so many freaking shortstops on their team. It's not. It wouldn't. I don't think it would be the end of the world unless he turns it around here and he gets red hot for the rest of the season. Then you're like, ooh, that's a big loss. But if he finishes the year, hits like 227 or something, I don't know, 230. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not losing sleep over it right now. I mean,
No,
if he,
no, I'm not. You're ninth,
right, because
you're number 9 hitter.
It's kind of proving that, I think they'll be okay without him, clearly. And if they can keep him, I think that doesn't work to their, detriment either. I think they can be beneficial. I'm not concerned with it. I'm just not. I'm more concerned with keeping someone like Luis Ariz or watching Jeremiah Estrada do this, throughout the course of the year or back-to-back years, or Robert Suarez. I think Robert Suarez has an opt-out, doesn't he, at some point, either this year or next? Pretty sure he does.
Does he? Ooh,
They
man.
built that contract crazy. I'm pretty sure at some point he's got an opt-out. I don't know when. I don't know if it's this year or next, but he's going to have an opt-out in there.
Yeah.
Caleb, thank you for the super chat. He says, Jim, congrats. Cheers. And Estrada is him. We haven't even talked about Waldron because of how good Estrada has been. I mean, Waldron, what was his final, strikes to balls ratio today? It was absurd.
He threw like 86 pitches and like
60 strikes.
60 strikes.
I'm making that up. At one point, it was even a better percentage of pitches that were strikes. But whatever. He threw a ton of strikes. He got ahead of everyone. He threw a ton of knuckleballs. It's become a very tough pitch on opponents. I thought earlier in the year, he was much more hittable with his knuckleball. I also thought early in the year, he wasn't getting ahead the way he's getting ahead. And his fastball really plays with that knuckleball. Like, he throws it hard enough that's a really tough combination for hitters to deal with. That, short rotation knuckle that's got like a half turn on it, and then a 92-mile-per-hour fastball, and he uses that back and forth, and he's kept hitters off balance, and he was ahead all night long, and he didn't walk a batter either here tonight.
8 strikeouts, no walks, 86 pitches, 7 innings,
Crazy.
shutout. Okay.
Like, what?
Huh?
How is that possible?
It's very good. I checked. It's very good.
Dude, I mean, he's pitching really, really well. Again, are you turning to him in a postseason series if you get there? Probably not. Like, no. Probably not. Not in a 5-game series. I mean, maybe he's a long guy. Maybe he works an inning somewhere. But for now, to get to the postseason, they're going to need him. And he could make 30 starts this year. I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy that, like, it's postseason, they don't do it. I mean, he'd honestly probably be left off the roster. Like, you're not going to put the knuckleball guy in the bullpen.
It'd be weird, right?
Yeah. Which, yeah, it'd probably be like, okay, we can keep King or we can keep Waldron. I would probably choose King over Waldron.
He would definitely be on the roster over Waldron, I would think.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's like, just bullpen wise in the postseason, you're not going to be having a knuckleballer in the bullpen.
I agree. All right, we'll get back to the conversation in a moment. We do want to remind you about our brand new partner here on the Wrap-Up Show, our friends at FinLead, a local San Diego startup with offices that see inside Petco Park right downtown. Huge Padres fans, San Diego through and through. Jim's been telling you about their advisors that include Mark Grant. We can talk more about that, but here's the way to explain FinLead. They allow fans to participate in the future earnings of real athletes, including their first athlete, who is a top prospect in the Rangers organization, a 19-year-old by the name of Estrada Vargas. And you can support a rising prospect and get paid a piece of his potential future major league earnings. I've been telling you before about a deal that Fernando Tatis Jr. did when he was in the minor leagues with a company called Big League Advance. Nobody's saying Estrada Vargas is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr., but Tatis gave up 10% of future earnings in the big leagues for guaranteed income in the minor leagues, and 10% of what he's going to earn is $34 million or more. Imagine if you had the opportunity as an individual to invest in Tatis. That's what you can do right now in Estrada Vargas. If you scroll down on the website by clicking the link in the description down below, you'll see that you can invest for as little as $96 and see your potential investment return. There are no guarantees, but if he becomes a player with a lengthy major league career, your dividends can be significant. And if you invest more than $96, your return can be hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. So if you're looking for more information, it's a really cool company, Jim. They're based in San Diego, and you can click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, we're glad that Finley's on board. Mark Grant is an advisor of them. He's endorsed Finley. Also, Estrada Vargas, the prospect that we're talking about, Keith Law is very high on him, and he's a top 10 prospect. So make sure to go check out the link below. Estrada Vargas is part of Finley, and Finley's a part of the wrap-up show. So we're glad they're here. As John is scrolling down the page.
As I was scrolling down, yeah, it looks like they've had a pretty they were on with Ben and Woods, so make sure to check that out at Finley.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Description down below.
You're like,
by the way,
motherfucker.
Let's go. No, we can go. I want to do Radio Wars for a second, because guess who was at Jim's wedding?
Almost choked here. Put in the chat. Don't say it. Who was at my wedding? Guess. It's someone in this town that's in radio.
In direct competition.
They're in competition with us. Who was at my wedding on Saturday?
I think we talked about. I think when you were gone,
about it, yeah.
Me and Darren talked about it during a fusion, I think.
Oh, who was coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Got it.
Oops. Wait, what was that? What the hell's happening?
What are you doing?
Scraby, but it's spelled with a K.
Yeah, Scrabby.
Why didn't you invite Hog, dude?
Sorry.
Scraby, man. It was good to see Scraby. I mean, we both worked with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Scraby taught me how to run the board.
Scrabynator came up, said hi. It was great. Introduced him to Aaron.
Came up and said hi. I hope so. It was at your wedding.
Like, I didn't get to say hi to.
Who?
A lot. It was one of those. I mean,
yeah.
I tried to
Don't invite Tony Gwynn. That's great.
I mean, he was broadcasting the baseball game, so it's kind of hard.
Hartman, you spent like a decade with him. Can't get an invite.
I did not invite Steve Hartman.
Colin's on every day.
I did not invite Colin Cowherd. No.
Coach, who basically got you into the business.
I did not invite Coach. I'm sorry. I had a couldn't invite everybody, dude. I mean, shit. You saw.
I don't know if I get the invite if it's not for officiating.
True. You might have been like on the cutting room floor, like you had.
I would have been like in the back table, like the last seat.
You know, you kind of were at the back table though.
No, we had good seats.
Right next to the DJ.
Oh man, it was freaking loud. I lost my voice because of that. I was talking over the freaking speaker.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay. Next time, just put us in a better spot.
Yeah. Phil Mickelson did not come to the wedding. I don't know who this person is. George didn't even come to the wedding. No. Annie did not come to the wedding, but she did send me a nice note on Instagram.
What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
I have no idea. All right, let's get back to the Padres. Let's get back to the Padres. Padres win over the Marlins. They've won 3 straight. You know these home struggles we've talked about, right? They're 13-18, which I think is 13-17 because one of their quote-unquote home losses was in Korea. So I actually think they're 13-17 at Petco Park. So, yes, it's been slow to turn over, but truth be told, they've won 3 straight games, one of which is against the Yankees. Now, the manner in which they're winning is the way I think they need to win at home, is with pitching, which has been very, very, very good. Now, here's the other thing. We talked about it where tonight, Waldron, 8 strikeouts, no walks. They threw it up on the broadcast at some point, and we need to talk about the broadcast switching to the Marlins broadcast also.
Fuck
But
was that?
Padres starting pitchers are something like 30 plus strikeouts to 1 walk in their last 4 starts overall. Like this turn through the rotation, they have not walked essentially anyone, 1 batter,
Good.
and they've had like an average of 7 or 8 strikeouts per starter this turn through the rotation. So I'm encouraged by the starting pitching. And what are you laughing at? Oh God,
If you know,
Richard
you know.
Simmons. If you know, you
Don't
know.
say his name.
God, he's probably gonna spam the chat right now.
God, it's like an
But
algorithm
the
thing.
weirdest part of the
AI.
broadcast, I put Jones to sleep. I come back out. I'm like, I swear we were listening to Don and Mud earlier, or
Yeah, did
Don and
something
Tony.
happen?
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I texted Jim, like, who is calling the game?
Right.
And he's like, it's the Marlins broadcast. I'm like, wait, what? And the graphic package was all like Marlins Bally Sports or whatever. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, like an inning and 2/3 later, or like an inning later, it just flipped like
Do you
mid-inning. It was
do
so
you
weird.
do you know anybody on the Marlins broadcast crew?
I used to. I used to love the Marlins crew, but they fired everyone like a few years ago. I have no clue who it is.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to like say as if you knew it. These guys, those guys were
It was
boring,
brutal. I mean, I feel bad for them. The team
boring.
sucks.
I mean, I get it, right? You have nothing to talk about, but oh my god, it was ears bleeding.
Who was watching that Miami? 500 people? 1,000? Who was watching?
Who's watching Marlins baseball?
At 10 o'clock at night, East Coast time. Seriously, how many people in the city of Miami or in all of South Florida are watching that?
Oh
1,000?
man, that's a
1,200?
great question.
It's not a lot.
Not a lot, man. That's a great question. I don't know, but it's not a lot. Definitely
Who
not a
is the
lot.
Marlins TV broadcast? I'm so curious now. Oh, man. Oh, it's Paul Severino. You know that name from MLB Network?
Oh, him?
Yeah, him. And Tommy Hutton is the analyst. I don't know if that was who he was
Paul
tonight or if it was Rod
Severino?
Allen,
Okay.
but it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. Yeah.
By
I'm
the way,
just not
this is
into
what
it.
you missed last night. So, Ben, thank you for the super. He says, speaking of spamming the chat, how about some postseason NCAA baseball predictions? If you know, you know. So, of like the 10 super chats we had last night, 9 of them had to do with like the college baseball tournament. JD Gacho had a few of
Okay.
them. Other people were chiming in. I'm like, there was some Point Loma
Like,
talk.
calm down.
I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, if you know, you know. So thank you, Ben.
That's great.
And thank you, Will, who says Preller, a genius, adding Estrada and Solano. Your thoughts, John and Jim. Congrats, Jim, on the marriage.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it. It's been great. I mean, Preller has been a guy that it's hard for him to find diamonds in the rough and have them really contribute in a big, meaningful way. I think a couple years ago, you know, when you had, oh my God, why am I blanking? The catcher, please.
Oh, that had like all the walk-offs?
Yes.
Yeah, him.
I'm just, why am I
Alfaro.
blanking? Oh, Jorge Alfaro. Jesus. Um, he's not had many Jorge Alfaros, and these guys are
Alfaro.
better than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alfaro. What did he do? I mean, he had some clutch moments, but he didn't do anything. His overall numbers were bad.
Their overall numbers were bad, but still 5 walk-offs. I mean,
Or was it 6?
6 walk-offs, whatever.
It was amazing. Yeah.
But like now you have you signed an all-star player for $1 million. You picked up I mean, you could argue one of the best relievers in baseball off the waiver wire.
Crazy.
You have the best closer in baseball on a deal, on a discount, if you want to look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You traded some prospects that you'll never remember for a frontline starter in Dylan Cease. You picked up a career 280 lifetime hitter in Donovan Solano off the scrap heap. And they have all performed. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Your setup man, your number 3 hitter, now your replacement for your $280 million player, you a frontline starter. Oh, and by the way, Luis Ariz, didn't even mention this guy. You trade, and then another all-star there. So you have you got 2 all-stars, definitive all-stars. I think Jurickson Profar and Luis Ariz. You got one of the best setup man in baseball in Jeremiah Estrada off the scrap heap, off the waiver wire. You picked up a very, very solid player in Donovan Solano, and you traded for a frontline starter in Dylan Cease, and they've all performed.
And you just kind of ran through why he's not going anywhere. I mean, even if it doesn't go the way we hope it goes, I just don't see it. I can't. When I see as much trust as he's been given by this organization to acquire someone like Dylan Cease, to acquire Luis Ariz, he's not done in July. They'll do something.
Well, I
don't see it.
The more those guys I just mentioned perform, and the less Manny performs, it was all about, and I still think it is kind of like they missed the postseason. It's like Preller, what the fuck? But I feel like you're starting to see more of it. People getting upset with Preller, and it's going to turn into, if they don't make the postseason, it's going to be a lot on Manny's shoulders.
Could be, as opposed to Preller's. Yeah, it could be on Manny and Toddy, even though Preller kind of was the one to orchestrate them. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
All right, guys, we'll get back to it in a moment. We do want to remind you about our partners here on the Wrap Up Show. The best and easiest place to play fantasy sports is Underdog Fantasy. Trust us. If you use promo code PODSWRAP by scanning that QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description down below, you can get up to $250 in bonus cash plus a free special pick. All you got to do is use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Let me show you how easy it is to play. We can show you right now. Let's see if this game is up for tomorrow involving the Padres. It is. So we have Marlins, Padres for tomorrow. It's as simple as this. Let's say Darvish doesn't allow a walk tomorrow. Maybe aggressive, but whatever.
A little bit, but you can take it.
And then Manny, who's, he's been scorching hot with the home runs. Let's say he homers, right? And then let's just throw in one more. Oh, there's nothing Miami up as of yet.
Why would there be?
But you have to have 2 different teams in a pick 'em.
Choose someone else.
Well, yeah, that's how it works. And then let's say,
give Mookie do something.
Let's say Mookie steals a base.
Okay.
Okay, that pays 118 times. Yeah, that's right. If that combination happens tomorrow, I don't think I've ever seen over 100 time pay. If that combination happens tomorrow, $10 turns into $1,181. If Darvish doesn't walk a batter, if Machado homers, and if Betts steals one base, then $10 pays $1,181. $1 pays 118. That's worth a $1 flyer. I promise you that.
$1. As if it hit though, and you're like, no.
I know. If I won, I'd be so pissed. $5 pays $5.90. So get the free bonus cash.
Oh my God.
Get your free special pick. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Jim, we've been playing. Now, you haven't been playing over the weekend because you've been getting married. But
yes.
You've seen me. I've been playing and winning like $30 here and $20 there.
You are the safest bettor on the freaking planet. I mean, every one of your bets is like $5 for 30. I think one of them you bet 15 and the payout was like 10.
I think it was.
It was like, what are you doing?
Look at this. I put this in.
Okay. I make graphics now when Jim's not around.
I didn't make that, dude. They sent it to me.
Of course you didn't. No way in hell you made this graphic. This would take you 17 years to make.
Yeah. My graphic would be like using crayons or something.
Right. Worse.
Special pick, $250 first time deposit offer. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP.
That's cute. I like
a couple supers that have rolled in.
I see that.
Let's get to them. JD Gacho, thank you. Okay, speaking of college baseball, Jim, this is where I went last night. According to DraftKings, UCSB is plus 6,000 to win the national championship. How do you feel about that? That would be, is that 60 to 1, JD Gacho? Yeah, it's 60 to 1. St. John's, Darren's alma mater, is plus 40,000. That is 400 to 1. Would you put $1 on St. John's right now to win the college baseball World Series? $1
$1?
pays 400.
$1, yes. I'd put $1 on it. I'm sure.
What? We can't hear you.
What? Can you hear me? Hello?
Can anyone hear Jim?
What happened? What happened?
Can you hear Jim?
I can hear you. Stop. Are you messing with me?
I cannot hear you, Jim.
You're messing with me because you just
Is it
said
me? Wait, you guys can hear Jim, but you can't. Can you hear me? What the hell?
you're messing with me. Everyone can hear me.
I can't hear you.
What am I saying? John, can you hear me?
You can say whatever you want because I can't hear you.
John is an idiot. Actually, I can't say that about him because he did a really nice job at my wedding. So he's not an idiot.
I think my little earbuds are dead.
Probably.
What are you saying?
I said you're an idiot, but then I said you're not an idiot because you actually officiated my wedding and you did a really good job. So you get like at least a week reprieve of me like making fun of you.
They shouldn't be dead.
Do you have headphones? Do you have like a plug-in headphone? No.
Say something.
Hello?
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 Oh, hi.
Oh my gosh.
What were you saying?
I was saying
87% charge.
I was saying you're an idiot, but then I
Such an
said I
idiot.
can't call you an idiot this week because you did a really good job officiating my wedding. So
Dude,
you get like a week reprieve.
By the way, how about me doing a full wrap-up show like last Wednesday night? You're like, you're an idiot. You're not even using your microphone. You're using your AirPods.
Yeah, I was driving home from my mom's timeshare, and I like turned it on, and it sounded like
Shit.
"Oh yeah, it's the Padres." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, John, turn your freaking microphone on." And you're like, "Oh my god, I'm an idiot." And you're like, "I've been doing the whole show on my AirPods."
Oh, dude, someone put in the comment section, the moment I went from AirPods to microphone was like the greatest moment. They were like sleeping and like everything changed in their ears when I went
like
from AirPods to microphone.
It's like a legit sound quality, and then
Dude,
your AirPods, and then you didn't even have the screen the right way either. Like I made this whole thing for you.
That's
No,
because it kept reverting. When I went to a sponsor read, Jim, seriously, if I put up Mark Nimitz's website and then I took it down, it would revert back.
okay.
Well, let me get to this one from JD Gaucho because this is actually a fair point. Thank you for the super. It says, please get some underdog picks for the NCAA tournament. Do they have college baseball, Jim?
Probably.
I think they probably will. I don't see it right now because it doesn't start until the weekend, Thursday or Friday. But check it out. Check it out at underdogfantasy.com. Seriously. Let me get to Carson, who says, where are you at with preloaded if no playoffs? Is that Preller?
Where are you at with
I'm assuming he means Preller. That's just weird.
like preloader?
So if they miss, like freeloader, if they miss listen, if they make the playoffs, it's another conversation, obviously.
Shit, they make the playoffs. It's contract extension for everybody.
What's that?
If they make the playoffs, it's contract extensions for everybody.
No, but he's saying if no playoffs. What's going to happen with Preller if they miss the playoffs?
It won't be great. I don't know. Probably gone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have said that before, but I see a rise and cease, and I don't know. I feel like it goes back to the initial point, Carson, which is like they just got to get in. Like I don't even want to entertain it. I feel like they'll get in. Maybe that's overly optimistic. It's not going to be easy. It'll take all 162 probably, but I feel like they just got to figure it out. Yeah. Like it's not that hard, is it, Jim, to make the playoffs?
No, it's not hard. It's easy. My wedding band is not like cool. It's just
show it to us. It's not cool. What's wrong with it?
Hold on.
Is that the style that's in kind of like the thick ring?
It's actually a thinner ring.
Is it? I mean, like the like.
It's just like a black. Like the size is thin.
Hold on. Let me show you my wedding ring. Hold on.
Oh, you have a wedding ring?
I never wear it. What are we doing? This always happens.
I don't know.
So, like, look at this comparatively. Look at this, Jim.
Why is it so tiny?
That's what I'm saying. It's so thin. But like, look at, you see what I'm saying? Like that. Yours is like a thick band.
This could be mine. Mine's thicker. We're just a couple married men
showing off
wedding rings on the wrap-up show with our wives sleeping.
Old. What are you laughing at?
I don't, just funny. Like we're on YouTube, just like, look at our wedding rings, and our wives are sleeping as we're doing this. I don't even
see. Like, I don't think it makes you, like Vito says he never wears his. Like, I don't think it makes you, like, this is a very arguable conversation. Like, women may not agree with me. Kristen doesn't agree, but I don't think it makes me like a bad husband. I mean, obviously nobody's saying this, but like, I don't wear it because there was the pandemic and I was like around the house a lot. I wasn't going out a lot. And I just never put it on. I would always wear it when I went out, but then I didn't go out for like a year.
See, Erin, it makes her feel good. She likes seeing it. And
well, yeah, most women do, and you guys have been married for like 30 hours,
right? And I don't mind it. It takes a little bit getting used to, right?
Oh, definitely.
But I kind of like it. I'm proud. Like I'm not like ashamed or anything. Like some people are like, I feel like guys sometimes they're like they don't want to. Well, the guys that are not happy with their marriage, you know, like they're like,
what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I just told you. What are you talking about?
You're different. It's fine. But some guys,
what kind of statement is that?
But like you go to a store or something, or you go out to a bar, and the guy takes a wedding ring off. I don't know.
What?
What are we talking about?
Hold on. I'm starting a poll question. Do you wear your wedding ring? It's for married people only.
True. And I'm a married person now.
Anyway.
Wedding ring talk.
A lot of wedding ring talk. All right, before we...
Her ring is... Oof.
Bring that out.
She's sleeping, dude.
Go in there and just take it off her hand. She's not sleeping with it on.
There's like pictures of it. Or her like wedding band. Because like, you know, the girls have to get the wedding band and shit. It's like, oh my God.
There's no pictures of it if anyone in the wrap-up show chat. They haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Just go to my Instagram. It's there somewhere.
All right. If you're looking to get healthier so you can fit into your rings 10 years from now, Jim.
Yeah.
Check out ora.organic. Our friends at Aura, their co-founder Will, a huge supporter of this channel, a big-time Padres fan, a native San Diegan, offices right here in Liberty Station. We love their products. They're great for your overall health, whether it's the probiotic, which is all their products, by the way, are plant-based. The probiotic is terrific for digestion. I've been taking probiotics for forever. I love the one that Aura has. I've taken it for 2+ years. They have pre-workout supplements and proteins for after workouts and omega-3 oils. A lot of you are taking fish oils. You could take the omega-3 oil and get the exact same health benefits, and it's plant-based. They have immunity pills, sleep pills, and much more. Amazing company that's going to get you and your loved ones healthier. You can check them out by going to ora.organic. Again, ora.organic. And if you go there right now, Jim, they've got free shipping on U.S. orders of $65 or more. So free shipping, click that link in the description down below.
Yeah. Everything at Aura is organic, plant-based. It's the healthiest on the market. If you're looking to live that healthy lifestyle that you always have craved, but you don't know where to start for some good supplements to take every day to live that healthier lifestyle, Aura is the place to go. www.ora.organic. When you pick up some of their supplements, let us know and you'll thank us later.
You will definitely thank us later. Shameless plug here because Will says that he likes the t-shirt he bought from the wrap-up show.
Let's go, Will.
Which is a good time to remind our viewers that we do have shirts and hats and more available right now by clicking the link in the description down below. We've got the 98 look for John and Jim. We've got the current look for John and Jim. We've got the wrap-up show, and we got everything you could possibly want, like sweatshirts, still May gray, like caps, like women's t-shirts. Get this for Aaron, Jim. You can put it in the color pink. Isn't that? Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll do it for her. She has
Do it
already a
for
sweat.
Aaron.
She wears actually a wrap-up show t-shirt like every night for bed.
Okay, I think Kristen. Oh, look at this. The backpack is temporarily out of stock, unfortunately.
It's sold out, baby.
It's sold out. We got crew necks. I love a good crew neck, to be honest with you.
You are a crew neck guy.
I love crew necks. So if
What
you
was-
support the channel, what's that?
Hold on. I never asked you this. What was the shirt you were wearing for my rehearsal dinner?
No, first of all, that is completely unfair for anyone to say that shourt was not cool.
No. I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just it's a designer type of shirt,
Yeah.
correct?
I think it's Malbon.
So like
Malbon Golf.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was. No, I'm not. I didn't say it was
Let me
bad.
go get it.
Okay, go get it. Go get it.
Okay.
Go get it.
Meanwhile, tell people to
what?
To go to click the link and check out our merch. Hold on, let me go get it.
Yeah.
It's a
Caleb, you're absolutely right, Caleb.
Now, I don't know if I should have worn it to a rehearsal dinner, truthfully, because everyone was basically wearing like a button down, but I thought it was cool.
Yes. Word of advice for anybody out there watching this. You're about to propose. Get a lab grown diamond. Trust me. And Caleb. Save you a lot of money. Yeah. It's time to show off everybody's clothes here. Thanks for the super chat, Richard. I'm a commercial pest control technician. I never wear my ring. Afraid I will lose it at the job site. She's okay with it. Yeah, one of my best buddies doesn't wear his. He's a cop and he doesn't wear his ring because he doesn't want anybody to know. Because it's a different type of thing. Like something could happen, or people like might be out for you, and it's like one of those things where your job will dictate sometimes if you wear your ring or
Isn't
not.
it like, remember like back in the day, like, yeah, like if you're a police officer, you got to be like super careful with everything,
Yeah.
everything that you wear. Okay. So this was a little aggressive. So Jim had a rehearsal dinner Friday night. I had to do a show downtown. I had to drive to Oceanside. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I just did your damn show, you idiot. So I raced home. So this is Malbon Golf. Okay.
You're a golfer?
No, that's the thing. But Kristen, but look at the back of it. Look how pimp this thing is.
It's cool.
Did you even see this? Like, look at that. This is a
Yes, I saw
Tory.
it.
Look at that.
What is that? Torrey Pines?
Yeah. Look, it's got Tory trees on it, dude.
Wow.
This thing's like $200, I think. I didn't buy it. But someone did.
So
okay, was it aggressive for a rehearsal dinner? You were wearing a sports coat. Most people were wearing a shirt and tie. No. Most people were wearing a button down. But I thought it was.
Well, I was the groom. I had to look nice.
Right.
No, I had no problem with it.
I thought it was like golfers don't wear those shirts.
I thought it was like a cool, like.
Also, their logo, the issue is the logo looks like the curly W for the Washington Nationals.
That's great.
It's a little weird, but I still think their stuff is dope. Like, it's sweet. I think it's a division of Nike, maybe. I don't know. What the hell do I know?
What just happened?
Why don't you take your wedding money and buy it?
Huh?
That verse is a little aggressive.
It's fine. I didn't have.
Yeah. Thank you, Brisk. I appreciate you, man. I don't know what we're talking about.
You wore nice slacks and nice shoes. It's fine.
All right. On that note, join us tomorrow. Well, you know what? We get to hear from Schulte tomorrow on John and Jim.
Yes.
We should do a Zoom call in where we all show our wedding rings. That's why we need a Discord channel or something.
You should show everybody what I got you as a present. If you still have it, or you threw it away.
Jim. What'd you get me? Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, fine. Hold on. I'll be back.
I'm doing this because I want to see if he still has it or not, or if he already threw it away.
I'm coming back, Chris.
Because you know how grooms buy their groomsmen presents, right? Like, here you guys go, like before the wedding and stuff. So, yeah, you got pawned off, Rich. I know. She's never been at Disneyland, Callan. She's never been at Disneyland. She's been at Disney World, not Disneyland. That's definitely on the bucket list of things to do. But we're broke now, so that's going to probably be for, not going to happen for another long time. Oh, he's finally back.
Finally? What are you talking about?
Kidding.
Okay. So Jim got two groomsmen gifts, even 3 Pokemon cards, which I immediately was like, get these out of my face.
Jim,
but
I don't blame you.
One of the gifts was this lovely fossil watch. But wait, there's more because it's engraved.
Have you even looked at the engraving?
No, I haven't. You freaking spelled my name wrong, you idiot.
No, I didn't.
I know. So this is sweet. Now, it's not the right time, and I wore it at your wedding.
Correct.
And people ask me all the time, like, what time is it? I'm like, I have no clue. They're like, you're wearing a watch. I'm like, I don't know. Okay.
No one looks at their watch for time anymore. It's all about the phone. It's like what's it called? It's like a nice accessory. I wear it a lot. I wear watches all the time, though. So
Kristen thought it was very nice. Then blenders. You know me and how I feel about blenders. I love blenders.
Love blenders.
Dude, nobody loves blenders more than I do. The Mesa Foundation, MesaFoundationSD.org.
But nice plug.
Matching campaign going on till the end of the month. Support San Diego State student athletes.
So I made all the groomsmen look better with watches and sunglasses.
Correct.
Yeah. So
I've what are these things called in my mouth?
Mints.
Like Tic Tacs.
Oh yeah, because my mom gave them to you. What did my mom put in your bag? By the way, I never asked you that.
It's such a good question.
Kleenex. Okay.
In case you're crying.
Okay.
Mints.
Okay.
Is there maybe like a granola bar?
Cookies?
Cookies, yes. But I think Kristen ate them.
They're very good cookies. I had them.
Why does this always happen? It turns over to like a 12-year-old sleepover, and we're showing off like, look at my new pajamas.
Look at my new Torrey Pines hat I bought. Or no, my dad bought this for me for the wedding. Yeah, when we went to Torrey Pines, he bought me a new Torrey Pines hat.
Man, must be nice. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, it's in your hood.
JD Gotcha, thank you. Says, first of all, did we get to any supers before this? I think we did.
I got.
Did you get to Richard?
I did.
Okay. Did you save any cookies from the wedding, Jim?
A lot of cookies. There's a lot of cookies left from the.
Bring them in, dude. Brian will eat
50 of them. They're like the shortbread cookies, the heart ones that my mom made.
Okay, bring them in.
Okay.
All right, we should probably go. Right? I feel bad for anyone that's watching.
I feel bad for the 300 plus people who are like, "What are you guys talking about?
Doing?
You're showing off of things." And Crossings, Rich, was so hard, bro. Like,
where is that? Seriously, where is that?
It's right.
Is it where it crosses over the road by the Men's Warehouse in Encinitas?
No, it's over by Legoland, like right next to Legoland.
Wait, yeah, and does it literally cross over a road? Seriously, with white picket fences?
I think so.
Okay, dude, I know what you're talking about. If that's what I'm thinking of,
bro, the front 9 I played really well, and the back 9, was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would argue Torrey South is an easier course than Crossings.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I would. Yeah. There's way more space. If you miss left or right, you're fine. You miss left or right on Crossings, you're fucked.
So you played golf back-to-back days?
I did. Probably not the best idea in the world. Probably should have just kept it to Thursday, but.
Oh, I'm thinking. Chad says I'm thinking of what's ENC Ranch?
Encinitas Ranch.
Oh, that makes sense. I've told Jim before he should start a golf freaking channel. I don't know what he's going to talk about. Golf.
Yeah, I'm not like the greatest breaking down of golf. Sorry.
All right, no problem.
All right, we've lost everybody. Everybody's done.
I think we probably. I'm just looking at the comments now, the chat. But I'm on a little bit. Okay,
Oh,
I
you're
just
playing
have to
Torrey.
get to this.
Are you playing Torrey South or are you playing North, Will?
Where's Will?
Will Adams. He says he's playing Torrey for his 60th.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the newborn's good.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, do you drink when you golf?
A little. I have transfusions. Those are really good.
You have transfusions?
Mm-hmm. It's
What does
like
that mean?
it's an alcoholic drink.
Called a
like
transfusion?
Yeah, it's like Tito's and I forget what else is in it.
All day I'd wants to know where he should play for his 40th.
Torrey. If you're a resident, play Torrey.
Is that far and beyond San Diego County? If you can play anywhere, is it that much beyond any other course?
No, I mean San Diego County. I think there's better. Like the scenic views at Torrey are great, but it's definitely not the most expensive course in San Diego.
Sure.
I think one of the most. I mean, obviously the private clubs, but you can't get in there.
Right.
What the fuck is a transfusion? Oh, here we go. It's a transfusion is vodka, ginger ale, grape juice, and lime juice. Really good.
It's kind of a weird name for a drink.
Talking transfusions on the wrap-up show.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stop slicing because it's hard.
Okay, here were the jokes. Hold on, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
Let me get the book.
Yeah. If you guys were at the rehearsal dinner, that would have been a holy shit. When Will did his speech, it was like in Will and Daniel, the absolute roast of Jim that night.
I think it's supposed to be. That's good.
I do have Will's end of this speech. I'll read it, but you read yours first.
Okay. I put in the introduction, one of the paragraphs was, from the moment you met, it was clear to all who know you that you were meant to be together. What the hell are we doing, by the way, right now? You have weathered life's joys and challenges, such as the Eagles beating the Niners in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. But unlike the Niners for the last 30 years, you're both getting rings tonight. I went on to say that if you're wondering, the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl in 10,709 days. And then I said, fly, Eagles, fly. These are all these like Eagles fans there.
It was an Eagles crowd for sure.
I found out during the rehearsal dinner that Aaron's friends referred to Jim as radio show guy when they started dating, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I put in the I do, when you're like, blah, 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 blah. Jim, do you take Aaron? I put in Aaron's. I said, Aaron, do you take Jim to be your wedded husband, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love him? And then I looked at her and said, and the wrap-up show. Got some chuckles for those that know.
Yeah.
And then after Jim read his vows, which were the most, it was like all well put together and he was so well spoken and it was so eloquent. It
was like an out of body experience what I was doing. I was like, what is happening? Who is this person?
After that, like Aaron, did her vows and then Jim was doing his vows and everyone was getting choked up. I had to lighten the mood. So I said, thank you, Chat GPT. And that was like the joke that everyone was excited about.
It was the joke of the night.
Everyone came up to me all night like, I can't believe that joke. It was incredible. How did you think of that? I'm like, it wasn't that incredible. Let's be honest. But so that was the officiating the wedding.
Yeah, this one, I'll read one line from Will's speech from the rehearsal dinner, which it was incredible. It was. I don't know if you heard the whole thing, John, because it was a little hard to hear in there.
No, it was hard to hear.
It was absolutely insane. Will said in part of his speech, he's one of my best buddies from high school. Almost 20 years we've been friends. He goes, Jim is the only, he goes, Aaron, I hope you understand how lucky you are. You get to marry the Rincon Valley Middle School class of 2003 8th grade basketball MVP. Jim is the only player to go from MVP in 8th grade, almost make varsity as a freshman, and not play as a senior. He was the real life Benjamin Button of sports. as he peaked early and only went backwards. And somehow, as he gets older, his hair is growing back.
Dude, that was amazing. Yes, I heard that, and
was
that
like,
was really good.
oh my God.
Roasted, dude.
And there was a
Friends
lot of,
apparently.
oh man. I mean, and then how he ended it. I can't even say how he ended it because it was so vulgar.
I don't fully remember it, but I do remember him being a little vulgar.
I'll read it and then we're done.
Okay.
He goes, Jim and Aaron, I wish you the best. Despite what people will tell you, I hope you both realize that marriage doesn't have to be hard. It should be rewarding, fun, and generally easy. And always remember to never let things get old and stale. Like that shirt me and Daniel found that one time in your room. Cheers.
Yes, I do remember that actually.
I don't know why I read that. I probably shouldn't have.
That's very weird.
It's very weird,
That you
and
would read
I'm
that.
done. I don't know why I read that.
All right, subscribe here on content for Padres fans and fans of Jim's wedding. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super thanks. If you're here on replay, we appreciate your support of the channel. Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have an insurance need, Aura, if you're looking to get healthier, ORA.organic, FinLeet, investment opportunities with the Shedry Vargas going on right now. Click that link in the description down below. And again, scan the QR code, use promo code PODSWRAP, PADS, WRAP, if you want the $250 bonus cash offer from Underdog Fantasy plus a free special pick. We will see you tomorrow on John and Jim. We'll hear from Mike Schilt. We'll react to the series finale between the Fish and the Padres, 3 p.m. San Diego Sports 760, free iHeartRadio app, and John and Jim. What's jumping of the shark mean?
It means that we now suck.
Maybe. All right. For Jim, I'm John. For married Jim, I'm John. This has been the